You're not on radio, right?
I am already.
You are? Okay, so you could hear them? Okay, perfect.
I got it. You don't gotta be my floor manager anymore.
Ah, got the notification.
Okay, let's do it one more time so I could. Or do you want to say let's send it now to Noel and Leo
No,
with an interview
you could
with
say it.
Marica? You could say it.
I don't know if I necessarily want to.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to the 2000.
Clip first, not us.
Hello and welcome to the 2019 Kbev Open House Show. I'm Eva Danesh.
And I'm Arian Tabibian. Stay tuned for our live 2-hour production where our leading journalists will be covering tonight's event.
We'll be featuring interviews with school administration, counselors, and students, as well as highlights of each academic department that you don't want to miss. Now to Noel and Leo with an interview with our history department's Mr. Marica.
Here we are, our first interview of Open House. We are here with Mr. Marica. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very, very well. Thank you for asking. It's a great night tonight.
Great. So this is your last year as department chair in the history department, correct?
Yes, yes.
Are you excited about perhaps doing other things, or?
Well, I'm still going to be, of course, in the history department. It's my passion. It's been a great 9 years. I'm not going anywhere, Beverly. But it's been a lot of fun. And in our department, being department chair has really just meant being a first among equals. It's not a power trip. It's something that we all take with great responsibility. And next year, Miss Pinky will be doing an amazing job. She was unanimously voted by our department to continue on. So that's going to be a great leadership continuation.
Great.
And throughout those 9 years as department chair, has there been anything to stand out from your experience that you enjoyed?
There's been obviously a lot of ups and downs, whether it be conflicts, but but overall, no. I got to be honest. I think we have an amazing department. We have amazing teachers. Over the past few years, Ms. Garrett has done the Distinguished Speaker Series to bring in students to some really, really great people. Mr. Van Rossum, of course, continuing the amazing AP Euro program. Ms. Pinku and AP Government. I mean, the list goes on, and we have an amazing department. Mr. Hinojosa. I mean, we're all stars. Not to toot our own horn, but we try our best because we love what we do.
And can you tell us a little bit, what do you think is the importance for students in this department?
Well, history is kind of, ironically, the forgotten subject. And so it's one of those things where, whether it be history or economics or government, I really believe it's something that you can use in your everyday life, whether it be learning how taxes work to how to stand up to oppression. It's something that people don't really understand how important it is until the time comes.
Nice. And open house is for the freshmen, so is there anything you would say as a teacher to incoming freshmen this year?
Absolutely. Check out the early programs. Check out Honors World History. Check out our AP European programs. Even though AP US is a few years away, stop by, see Ms. Garrett, talk about the AP US requirements. Now's a great time to go out there and to learn about the courses. Nothing's set in stone, but why not plan ahead a little bit? We have some great resources. Talk to us.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Marica. You've been wonderful. So let's go ahead and send it back to the desk.
Good evening and welcome to the 51st Annual Open House at Beverly Hills High School. Reporting to you live from the third floor patio, I'm Benjamin Cohen for Kbev 6. Now let's send it to Ethan and Sophia.
Hello and welcome to Kbev 6 special interview with special guest Sophia Martin. Sophia?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be back in Kbev right now. It's my old stomping grounds, and I'm super excited to be participating in the Kbev Open House special. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for being here, Sophia.
Thank you.
Sophia, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role in Kbev, and what did Kbev do for you exactly, and how it got you to where you are now?
So my role in Kbev, I joined when I was in 10th grade, and honestly, I was so nervous to be in this class. My brothers kept urging me to join, and I finally did, and I was in an intro class. and I would watch the older kids in awe while they did their interview shows, and I always wanted to do the same thing, but I never had the courage to. So the next year, Mr. Carey encouraged me to join the advanced class, what we're doing now here, and I just fell in love with being on screen, and so that was what I originally did. But now I'm in college, and I go to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, but since I've been there, I feel like my passion really lies in broadcasting, and I think that it's a really special and cool thing to figure out in high school what my passion was. So I'm so happy that I had Kbev to show me that.
And did it help you? Did it help make you a local celebrity in where you are now, Wisconsin?
So Kbev definitely did not make me a local celebrity in Wisconsin, but I would definitely say that I am a local celebrity in Beverly Hills just because there are so many people that watch Kbev, and a lot of people were really interested and supportive of the show that I created, which was The Influential Woman of Beverly Hills. So I had a lot of support through the community for doing that, and not only did I have the support, but I had so many people that wanted to help me and push me to do more interviews and give me more people to interview. So it definitely made me a local celebrity here.
And Sophia, what meaning has the Kbev experience lent to your college experience?
So I think that Kbev really showed me teamwork, and I think that's super important in college because although you're so free and independent in college, there's so many things like banding together with other people to study or to figure out things to do. And I think that Kbev has been really helpful because I was able to work with people and produce content that really made us happy and that we were proud of.
All right. And last question, Sophia, what advice do you have for the young students that might be interested in joining Kbev?
So I've been thinking about this a lot, and the advice that I would give to younger students in Kbev is to do as much as possible in this class, because you will look back and think, I wish I did more in Kbev and produced more shows, because these are the memories that you love to show people and that you're proud of. And for me, these are the things that I love talking about in college because it made me who I am, and it made my high school experience so important and so special to me. So I would just really recommend utilizing this class as much as possible.
All right, well, thank you, Sophia.
Thank you.
Here with Lorraine Eastman, one of the co-presidents of the PTA Council. Mrs. Eastman, tell us, what does the PTA Council do?
PTA Council's role is really to oversee all of the other PTAs, all 5 schools. So we oversee all the elementaries and the high school. So our role is to step in if there's any questions, any issues, anything that arises. Like right now we're working on reconfiguration, so making sure that that goes orderly. And that's pretty much our role.
What are the things that you guys are planning right now?
As far as reconfiguration goes, we're planning on getting our schools together, or schools that are merging together, are getting together to get to know each other, parents are.
And what's one of your favorite parts about working on the PTA Council?
Well, we get a lot of satisfaction knowing that we can provide all the necessary things that our schools need. So we can provide for our teachers programs, extracurriculars. We always step in to help out wherever it's needed. So it's very satisfying to know that we can do that.
And one final question, this is the open house for all the freshmen. Do you have any advice for any freshmen coming into the high school?
Good luck. It's going to be fun. I graduated here a long time ago, and I had a great time. I think they will too. All the wonderful experience.
Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and send it back to Ben.
Hi, I'm here with the president of the Medical Science Academy, Hila Gelfer. Hila, tell us about your responsibilities in the club and class and your favorite part about it.
My aspect is kind of introducing the service aspects of MSA and how we help the community and our different fundraisers or different activities and how we get students into highly selective programs. That's kind of what I run in MSA.
Okay, and so tell me, why do you think it's beneficial for an incoming freshman to join MSA?
Because MSA provides you with a community. It's been my second family at Beverly, and it's just so inclusive and allowing you to get into so many different programs in the Beverly Hills community as a whole.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your specific commitment to MSA and what that might look like for a freshman?
Yeah, so as an MSA, I volunteer at both Cedars-Sinai Medical Center and UCLA Medical Center. So I also get to do that. We fundraise for UCLA. We create different fundraisers and different programs that help us as a whole. Also, we had students ban the tobacco sale in Beverly Hills. So it's kind of just impacting the community as a whole and helping us benefit the community the best way we know how to.
Yes, I really think that MSA is a gem at Beverly Hills High School. It's not really something that you find at a lot of other schools in California. And I think that MSA has done a good job in decreasing the sales of tobacco and tobacco use here.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hila. Now let's send it to Eva and Miss Norman Franks.
We are here with Ms. Norman Franks, our Norman Aid Director. Norman Aid is filled with counselors who are available to talk to you about anything. You can always walk in and make an appointment. So Ms. Norman Franks, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So every month, Norman Aid sets up monthly aid activities for the entire school to participate in. So can you tell me a little bit about those and what they entail?
So our monthly aid activities are a way just to promote mental health in a fun way. Our goal is to reach out to students who might not be taking advantage of the Norman Aid services. Maybe it's hard for them to fit it in their schedule, or they might just not feel comfortable talking with a counselor. So we want to make sure that we're able to address all students, not only their academic needs, but also their social, emotional needs as well. So we have different activities. We try to make it fun and comfortable for students to come in. Our hopes is also to erase the stigma of mental health and seeking support. So we have activities throughout the year. We also provide education to students, parents, as well as our staff.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So January is goal setting month. So can you tell me a little bit about what's planned for this coming month?
Yes, our hopes for January, it's the new year. We want to help students plan for their goals and create more of a growth mindset, help them understand realistic goals, help them to be able to decide between short-term and long-term goals. So students can come in and talk with a counselor, they can share what their goals are, and they can help them plan out a good solution for making that goal a reality. We also have assembly coming up on January 29th in collaboration with our amazing college counselor, Miss Rowley. We're working with a group called Teen Launch, and they're going to talk with students about how to become independent, how to set realistic goals, and how to plan for their future in a successful way. And then that same day, students can come to the Norman Aid Center, and we have an event there with professional henna artists. So students will have an opportunity to come up with a symbol or a word that represents their goal and have it henna tattooed on their arms as a way of helping them seal the mark of whatever their goal is.
Beautiful. Yes. And this event will be on January 29th?
During lunchtime, correct.
During lunchtime. So obviously, high school is an incredibly stressful time for students, both socially and academically. So what do you see as the most important thing about being aware of your mental health and making sure that you're good internally?
I think the most important thing is to be able to understand yourself and to recognize when you're needing support and to feel comfortable asking for it, because we all need support at different times. And we have an amazing resource with the Norman Aid counseling team, and so students can come in and get that help. If they don't feel comfortable going into the Norman Aid Center, they also have amazing guidance counselors that they can talk to, or we can give them resources of support that's outside in the community. So it's a way of students really giving them an opportunity to take care of themselves, and in the long term, by doing that, it actually increases their academic success.
So Ms. Norman Franks, thank you so much for all you do for this school. You really keep up the energy.
Thank you very much.
And all students should know that Norman Aid is in Bungalow V33, and you can always drop by to make an appointment to talk to anyone.
Hello everyone, I'm Alana Morgan, a sophomore here at Beverly Hills High School, as well as your Miss Beverly Hills Teen USA. Today we are at Beverly's 51st open house, where we will be interviewing some incoming freshmen, as well as talking about the opportunities that Beverly has to offer. Today I am here with
Tohar Zamir.
And can you tell us what club you're representing today?
I represent Radio Airlift.
And why should others be involved in your particular club?
Radio Airlift is another source for students to make their opinions heard. Whether it's their interest in music or their beliefs, well, beliefs is a strong word, but their interests and their opinions, I think that Radio Airlift provides a sense of outlet. It's some sort of an outlet and a source for students to say what they want to be heard.
And did you create this club, or how did you become involved in this particular club?
I inherited the club after making a show for it freshman year. The outgoing presidents gave it to me to run sophomore year. And I've been running it since then, now on junior year. Since then we've brought back some programs and canceled others and changed it a little bit, but it's fundamentally the same.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for doing this interview with us today. Freshmen, you should definitely be involved at Radio Airlift. Let's send it to the CBS News Report.
High school would you expect the kids of the rich and famous to attend? Well, they don't serve caviar in the cafeteria and they don't have Perrier dispensers in the hallways. But what we discovered just might surprise you. See for yourself. Just a typical day of school in any town, USA? No, this isn't just any school. It's not just any town. This is Beverly Hills High. Sitting on 2 1/3 lush acres of prime real estate in America's most famous community, Beverly Hills High boasts one of the country's most outstanding academic records, as well as a lengthy list of celebrity alumni. In fact, with so much in its favor, you'd think they would have plenty to cheer about. But the students and faculty members insist that all too often they get a bum rap.
They say, oh, you're from Beverly Hills. Does that mean that you drive your Rolls Royce, or somebody drives the Rolls Royce for you to school and they pick you up? That's a bunch of baloney.
You will, however, find a large section of the student body arriving each morning in luxury automobiles. Students may not pay for their lunch with platinum charge cards, but it doesn't take long to realize that Beverly Hills High is one of a kind. Principal Saul Levine says that most stereotypes about the school are grossly exaggerated.
When you think of Beverly Hills, sometimes all kinds of images come to mind. And we immediately assume that all people within a community fit that mental image.
I think any high school is going to have its stereotypes. You know, the computer whiz, the jock, or Mr. Popular, or whatever you want to classify them.
What does stand out about Beverly Hills High is its academic record. The SAT scores here rank among the nation's highest. 92% of all graduates go on to college, and it's easy to see why. Every student is required to learn computers. Future astronomers study in the school's full-scale planetarium, and students with interests in the media even produce and host their own newscasts.
All of that is made possible by an outstanding teaching staff, a very strong student body, and a very supportive community.
How many high schools can boast classes in robotics?
King dollar bells, king dollar bells.
Some of the students here are quite astounding. 16-year-old Mark Millett has been a computer buff since age 9.
This one doesn't have very much vision capability. The only detection it has is if there's a block in between or not. Possibly we can build something that will allow it to have vision, but that requires the interpretation of that.
If your future sights are set on exploring distant galaxies, you can even design your own space station.
These box-like structures that you see here are the truss structures, hold everything else together. These rectangular panels that you see here take power from the sun.
And you won't hear any scratchy old records when you listen in on the campus radio station. Here you get the top tunes on state-of-the-art compact discs.
We've made the transition this year to a compact disc, so like the DJs all bringing in their own music, and so I like to bring in my compact disc because they sound better, and they're easier to use. I play records once in a while, but not that often.
The school has such a good reputation that parents go to extra lengths to get their kids enrolled.
One word. I was able to get a permit, and then I was tested, and they allowed me to come here to Beverly. Also, my mom.
But times have forced change at Beverly Hills High. Despite their excellent academic report card, the school is not without its share of problems. Authorities say that their $2.8 million annual budget just isn't enough to cover expenses.
We do have some real serious financial problems at the present time, believe it or not, in all of this beauty that surrounds us.
Here's a subsidy most educational institutions can't claim. The school earns an extra $100,000 to $1 million annually from royalties paid on oil drilled on campus property. Their famous swim gym with its motorized basketball court has been rented out as a movie location, and they'll soon be marketing t-shirts and sporting wear, capitalizing on their famous name. Social changes have also become evident. Today, more than 20% of the students are minorities.
When I first applied for this position 23 years ago, I was the first black teacher at Beverly Hills High School.
And young women at Beverly have new attitudes about traditional family roles.
I basically see myself as being the provider. After I have a career and I'm very, make my own, financially set and everything, I would like to have a family, but that's not a priority in my life right now.
Beverly Hills High may have a never-ending battle fighting its silver spoon image, but it also has a lot to be proud of.
I am proud to say that I go to Beverly, and it's truly a great school.
Well, that was interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
I was really surprised at all the shots of the kids walking through the hallways. I didn't see anybody carrying any books. I mean, that's important.
They're up here.
It's fine to have all those wonderful teaching aids, but if you don't read, you can't learn.
Oh, I think they do have that. Jeez, Roland. You're really tough on kids.
Coming up next, we'll be talking with a prolific writer and a popular TV performer who happens to be a cloistered nun. So stay with us.
No books? Jeez.
And we are back here on the red carpet with Adam, an incoming freshman from El Rodeo. Adam, what is the most exciting thing about coming to the high school?
I think it's really good because it's a next stage in life, and it's really good, and I'm happy and excited to get new classes and stuff and move to a new school.
Cool. And what's one thing you're kind of sad to be leaving in middle school?
I feel like it's probably gonna be much harder in high school, so I'm gonna be sad that it's gonna be easier, and also I'm gonna be sad I'm gonna miss my school.
Well, hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. With that, we'll send it back to the desk.
So thank you, Noelle and Leo. So back in Studio A, Arian and I have been reminiscing on the past year. It's been filled with amazing productions. So Arian, what do you think was the most special production we've done this past year?
I think for me, one of the most special things we've done this past semester was our special report on the Metro and our really great 3 back-to-back interviews and live debate with the Board of Education, which was really great for us as an opportunity to learn, get hands-on experience doing amazing projects, and then also really educating the community and being able to get tethered with everybody around us in Beverly Hills.
It's very true. With our candidate interviews, like you said, the impasse report, we were able to really inform the community on what's going on because some people didn't really feel like they were involved, and our special reports really got them involved in the community. We also did a special report on the Metro. Back in October, there was a lot of noise about an incoming Metro digging under our school. There were plans for it, so there were a lot of worried people, and we decided to make a special report on it and send it out to the community. It now has almost 1,000 views, so our things are very well received.
And that was a specifically amazing project because we were able to tape it and get it out to the community so quick in about a day. It included interviews with a lot of people, a lot of investigating, and really showcased what Beverly Hills High School students are capable of doing here at this high school.
And we also did a little special segment on the walkout that we had. Students at the school organized a walkout to voice their opposition to the Metro plans, and we were there on scene along with fellow journalists from NBC, KTLA. We spoke with them, got their information, and we collaborated with them to make the best report we could for ourselves to give to our community.
Yeah, and that was really, really awesome, being able to tether all of that together. And now we'll send it to Ben with an interview.
Hi, I'm here with the president of the Interact Club, Estella Rosen. Can you tell me about what Interact is?
So Interact is a high school level of Rotary International, which is an international service organization. So we really just focus on connecting the community to our regional district of Interact, and then we connect it to our country as a whole, just connecting all the different Interact clubs across the nation, and then we even go internationally. So we actually have an international project going on this semester.
So that sounds pretty big. Can you tell me about your responsibilities as president?
So I run the meetings, I prepare the meeting minutes. I really just focus on getting all of the different projects and things that we're doing through Interact just set up and connecting with all of the different clubs in our district. There are almost 63 of us.
And tell me, how'd you get to that, to be president? And what would you say to an incoming freshman to try to encourage them to follow in your footsteps and join the club as well?
So, totally just forgot your first question, so I'm going to go to the second question. For all of the incoming freshmen, I think Interact is a really great way to connect with your community and then just connect to bigger things. So we do work with people from different schools like Culver and Samo, but then this semester we're actually going to connect internationally, and we're raising money for a water project that's actually going on in Honduras. So really just connecting to all of that, and it's a really amazing organization.
Thank you so much, Estella. Now, let's go to a video called Rate My Teachers.
She's kind of crazy sometimes, but she really is very smart and nice. She can sometimes be strict, but that's because she has to be.
Yeah, he's nice, and yeah, he's helpful, but AP Euro was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. His lectures are boring. Okay, and his tests are unbelievably hard. Just take a look at the textbook for this class and you'll see how much you're gonna have to read. And at the end of all the reading ends up not helping at all. Genius, you gotta read and you gotta comprehend. I can't help you on that one.
I could not ask for a better teacher. He is very easy to talk to and is extremely helpful and wise. Well, obviously this student took note. I mean, you're not gonna arrive at this clarity unless you've had the experience.
I love this class. I used to hate math, but I don't anymore because of her. Really? I probably didn't do my job. You're supposed to hate me.
Mr. V is really cool, but sometimes he can snap at you. Just keep your mouth shut and do your homework.
A great teacher who wants to make learning fun. The only thing I didn't like were the plant reports. Oh man, the plant reports are like the best thing in the whole class. You know, we're trying to do this whole thing about trying to get people to understand where your food comes from. It's not just Ralph's or Vaughn's or grassroots, literally.
Mr. Carey is the bomb. I am the bomb.
Worst teacher I have ever had. Her class is absolutely dreadful. And she always tries to give these soul-searching, inspirational speeches that everyone laughs about after. I despise her with a passion. I'm so sorry I tried to inspire that student, but at least they got to laugh about it afterwards.
All right, AP Euro, hard class, all caps, okay? Not for people with a life, okay? His spelling mistake, cool guy, cool with a K, okay? But that doesn't make him a better teacher. Hard-working teach, but lectures not help on tests. Tests are harder than college tests, that's all cap too. Yeah, you gotta work on the English skills, buddy, then I'll take it seriously.
He's the coolest teacher. I am cool. Just the way I deliver my lines is cool. I'm like a stream. I'm the opposite of fire. You get twice as much with ice than you do with fire.
Excellent teacher. I think I wrote that one. I think that was actually mine. I think I wrote that one.
Mr. Carey is the real deal. By far my favorite reason to go to school. What better compliment could you possibly come up with? The reason for going to school. I mean, it's not bad. You know, once you're sentenced to like a 13-year sentence, you actually have a reason to be imprisoned and feel good about it. I mean, I gotta take that as like that's an Academy Award for me.
Smart, but not stable.
Okay, this is the final one. It says, I came into Professor Carey's class wanting to learn how to handle a camera. I came out having learned that and how to fit a whole ripe cantaloupe into a water bottle. That sums up my teachings.
And we're here with Mr. Joseph, history teacher and summer school principal. Mr. Joseph, give us some details on the upcoming summer session.
Okay, thanks for having me. We're excited about a couple of things this summer. I know one of the deterrents for a lot of kids to not take summer school is I want to have a summer. So we've worked the schedule out this year where we go from June 3rd to July 3rd. So if you take a semester-long class like health, you still have 7.5 weeks of summer. Or if you take a year-long class like geometry or chemistry, you still have 5 weeks of summer. So we're trying to make the schedule fit for both getting those credits to get ahead, but also for you to have a summer.
And what's something you're excited for this upcoming summer?
Something new this year that we have is a dual enrollment class, so meaning you take class in summer school here, you get your graduation credits, and you also get credit through West LA College. So the class that we're offering is called Intro to Political Science. So it'll be taught by a West LA professor, graduation credits here, and summer credit for college.
And what other types of classes are being taught at the summer school this year?
So we have all the classes to get ahead: chemistry, biology, geometry, health, as well as credit recovery. There's some kids that want to make up credits, or maybe they had a grade they weren't happy with, so we have credit recovery as well. But some of the more popular classes like health or VAPA classes like photography, check out our website, VHEF. In about 2 weeks, we'll have it up and running, and registration will start March 1st.
And do you think there's a benefit to students who take classes over the summer?
One of the things we get so constrained with is you have to get all these classes done, and there's not much flexibility. So you take care of it in the summer, and you opens up some of your electives and classes you might want to take that normally you'd have some restrictions on.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. We're going to go ahead and send it to Alana.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm here with Madison Heller. She is a sophomore at Beverly Hills High School. So I heard that you're the president of By Your Side. What is that like?
It's truly incredible. It's a club in which we sit with special ed kids at lunch once a week in Miss Glass's room. I love it so much because a lot of the special ed population feels invisible, and this creates a chance for them to feel like they have someone to confide in and really form a meaningful relationship with.
So as being an incoming freshman, how did you hear about this club yourself, and why did you want to join?
So I joined ASB my freshman year, and two of my friends, Jackson Stewart and Jonathan Artall, founded the club a number of years ago. And it's just something I walked in one day, and right off the bat, I absolutely loved it. And it's something I hope to continue for the rest of my life.
Okay, so where can the freshmen come if they want to be involved in your club? Because I know it's an amazing club. I'm actually involved with it, and it's just amazing putting a smile on these kids' faces. Where can they come if they want to be involved?
So feel free to contact Alana or myself. It's every Wednesday in Miss Glass's room. She's on the 3rd floor of the science building. And so, yeah.
Great, thank you, Madison, so much. We're going to send it back to the anchors.
Thank you so much, Alana. We've been talking about the board meetings and the board debate that we did last semester. That was an amazing opportunity, as we were talking about before. You, Eva, had the opportunity to interview all three of them in the same day. How was that for you?
I did. So right before the elections, we wanted to make sure that our community knew who the candidates were, because there were 2 spots up for takes for the Board of Education of the Beverly Hills Unified School District, and there were 3 candidates. So on a day off from school, a Wednesday, we took the entire day to interview all 3 candidates. And I got the opportunity to really know who they were, ask questions that I wanted to ask about what they plan to do as a member of the board and their affiliations with the city and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
And we also got to do a candidate interview at the end. So we invited representatives from both ASB and Highlights, our school newspaper, and we set up an array of questions for them, and we did an hour-long debate with all 3 candidates, and we had a little studio audience, and the community was really able to see the potential board members.
Yeah, and that was really cool because that let us again make sure we were communicating with our community. We made sure that we were connected with them and we were informing them on what's going on at our high school. It shows again the power of our school community, our students here. And also another thing that we did right along the same track was our interview with the superintendent. That was something that you had a huge role in, taking over that interview, speaking to Dr. Breggy for months in advance, getting ready for that. I always had this question for you.
Yes.
Seriously. When you're like sitting there across from the superintendent, this guy has, you know, a lot of power around our district.
Definitely.
He's very influential, and you have the opportunity to ask him questions. How do you work on following him and still staying in command whenever you're going out there and you're asking him really tough questions?
So that was a challenge because I did definitely want to pay attention to what he was saying, but I also wanted to know what to follow up with because I didn't want there to be a whole long pause. So what I tried to do, I actually learned this from my brother who was also interviewing people. He gave me the idea to listen to most of what they're saying, listen to the most important parts that you think, and then at certain times tune out for a couple seconds, bring all your ideas together and think of a follow-up question. Because although I did spend the whole week prior talking to people, coming up with a list of questions, seeing what topics we really wanted to hear about, they were in a specific order, but that order doesn't really matter anymore when I give him a prompt and then he leads to something else, which isn't a problem because obviously it's nice, it keeps the flow of the interview and keeps it fluid, but then I'll have to scratch everything out, and I had a little piece of paper in my hand trying to keep track of what questions I have asked. I didn't want to ask the same question again. That would have been a little hectic,
For sure. So when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about that interview with Dr. Breggy. From then, we'll show you a video clip from that interview. For now, we'll send it to Ben with an interview.
Hey, look who I found. It's Cameron Weisfeld. Cameron, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Weisfeld from baseball, and I've been on the baseball team for 4 years, and it's just a great part of the school.
So Cameron, can you tell me what you would suggest to an incoming freshman if they're thinking about joining the baseball team?
I would highly recommend joining the baseball team because I found a lot of my current friends through baseball, and it also taught me how to be confident and believe in myself. Even if I make a mistake, my coaches and friends always pick me up.
And so can you tell me about what it means to be an outfielder and your commitment to the baseball team?
So being an outfielder is one of the hardest things because you're always moving. No matter if the ball is hit to the infield, you always need to cover your infielders and back each other up. And also whenever someone makes a mistake, you want to pick them up because being confident and showing them that you made a mistake but you'll do the right thing next time is very important.
All right, last question, Cameron. Tell me what being on the baseball team has helped you achieve.
So being on the baseball team has helped me become a better classmate and just working overall because I'm a better time manager. I'm better at time management now, since I have to deal with baseball and a lot of extracurriculars as well as a lot of APs. And it just taught me how I could do so much and be involved in school while still being involved in a sport.
All right, thanks so much, Cameron. Now let's hear from Jonah.
Thanks, Ben. I'm here with Nathan Nagy from Beverly Hills High School. Hi, Nathan. How are you?
Good.
So, Nathan, what sports teams have you been on?
Sports teams, I did lacrosse and water polo.
Yeah, and how were those experiences?
For lacrosse, I would say it was a great experience because I got to know all the players on the team. I got to bond with them. It was very nice getting to know all of them, and lacrosse was also a great way for me to get some contact, with other people, because it was just really fun getting to, just
play with them.
Yeah.
I can understand.
Yeah.
How are your clubs? Did you join any clubs that really changed your experiences, your life?
Clubs that changed my life.
Yeah, changed your life.
I would say my backgammon club that my friends and I had started, it was okay. It wasn't the best, but like you really got to like get to know everyone, become part of a community, and to this day I'm still very close friends with a lot of people from that club.
I heard you were in Kbev. What about this?
Oh, Kbev, yeah. Kbev, I really did enjoy that, you know, having Mr. Carey teach me everything and getting to be a part of all the sports and the television shows I produced alongside like Arian and everyone. It was just a really, really fun experience.
Thanks, Nathan. Now, let's go to Kbev Unplugged.
Assistant in their dreams. They come unstuck lately, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song. I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. There's this movie that I think you'll like. This guy decides to quit his job and heads to New York City. This cowboy's running from himself, and she's been living on the highest shelf. The dark side, I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Oh, lady, running down to the riptide, taking away to the bright side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
So I'm here with Matthew Alana. Matthew, you are enrolled in a program called DECA. Can you tell me a little bit about it and why it's so important to be involved in it?
Yeah, so DECA is an international business organization with over 250,000 members, and in it, students really get to learn about what it means to work in a business as a career. And so we learn about business in our entrepreneurship class, and then we also get to compete. We actually just got back from our district competition 2 weeks ago, and then we also have networking opportunities for students with business professionals.
Yeah, so I'm actually enrolled in DECA, and I had the opportunity to compete with Matthew, but not only has it helped you better your business skills, but you've also advanced to different levels. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so last year, which is actually my first year as a DECA member, I actually qualified for the international competition, and I eventually placed 5th overall. And I was actually the first person from Beverly to ever place in the top 10.
Wow, and how has that helped you grow as an individual?
I'd say not only has it given me business knowledge and actually helped me to figure out that I want to go into business as a career, but it's really given me confidence in my public speaking abilities and my communication skills.
And you would definitely encourage other freshmen to be enrolled?
Oh yeah, definitely. DECA is actually our largest club on campus, and I think that shows you how much it can help you.
Great. Thank you so much, Matthew. DECA is absolutely an amazing program and club to be involved in. Like he said, let's send it to Ben now.
Hi, I'm here with Jared Kurtz, a member of the chess club here at Beverly High. Jared, tell us about what it's like to be a member of the chess club.
Well, being a part of the chess club, it's what it sounds like. It's just a couple of guys, maybe 6 or 7 of us, just playing chess against each other and having a good time.
And why do you think being in the chess club benefited you?
Well, the game of chess is all about learning from your mistakes, Ben, and I could really use that work ethic to my homework, classwork, and tests, just learning from your mistakes and becoming a better person.
And what advice would you give to an incoming freshman who is maybe thinking about joining the chess club?
Just give it a shot, even if you don't know how to play. We have a lot of great guys in here who will teach you and you'll learn the ropes really fast, and I think it's a great idea.
All right, Jared, I just have one last question for you. Can you tell us about what it means to be dedicated to and how you can start your own club at Beverly?
So starting your own club is actually a really easy process here at Beverly. First, you have to find a club sponsor or like a teacher or an administrator who is willing to give up their classroom at lunch, and then from there you just fill out a nice, easy paperwork form that you can find from any ASB student, and then your club is made.
Thanks, Jared. It was a pleasure.
That was really, really awesome. Back in Studio A, our wonderful producer, Bridgette Fussman, brought in this little table tennis set for us. So Eva and I have been playing. While we've been playing, we've been talking about that interview with Dr. Breggy, our superintendent. That was really awesome. Continuing off on that, one of the things that he really touched on was Kbev in our program. We offer a lot here. We have our TV station. We do amazing live broadcasts like this one. We do the Norman News. We do the Norman Update. When you were talking to him, what was he most impressed about?
So it's very prevalent in the shot, the amount of work that went into just setting up the background.
Yeah, for sure.
Arian and the entire Kbev crew spent so long filling the entire background, that making sure every single place was lit and it looked perfect. They even watered the ground to make it look nice. So that was definitely noticeable to him. The second he walked in, that's the first thing he said. He's like, wow, he was in shock. The superintendent of our school, who sees so much every day, he was in shock by our production, which was
So the production value, you would say.
Yes.
You would say the production value.
Yes, definitely.
That's really awesome, really awesome. Now we'll go to that video clip where he speaks about Kbev.
And here's what I would say about that. You know, Kbev is one of the most successful programs that I've ever seen in my career. I mean, and I've said that publicly before. This is an amazing experience. But if we were able to offer like a Kbev mini, like something that is like an introductory, like that's our job to get you ready for high school. So to grab the interest of students when they're in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade to see if this is something that they want to do, I think it's all about what their pathways. And I think that it's our job and responsibility to tap into those pathways when they're in middle school, and then, so the high school doesn't have to do that heavy lifting. And so whether it's Kbev, whether it's volleyball or basketball or robotics, that can't be offered to just certain students. And right now we have that. Certain buildings, one of our middle schools has a theater program, but the other 3 don't. And it's like, I just don't, we're one unified school district. And so we need to provide the support like we're one. So that's an advantage of what will happen.
All right, we are back here on the red carpet with Mr. Goldstein, a former board member. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
So what was the highlight of your board experience?
Well, I think building one of the biggest programs in this school district's history, the career technical education, which Kbev's a part of, and so much that we do here to see come to fruition. I think Ms. Steuben has done a tremendous job with the programming and added so much to the ability for students to take A through G credits. Whether it's culinary arts, whether it's robotics, there's so much that a student that comes up from the new middle school that's going to be created, that I think the opportunities for students to have a dry run in some of the things that may interest them as a 6th through 8th grader, and if they find interest in it, then they can come to the high school and there's a full program for it. And I think that's one of the most remarkable things about Beverly Hills High School. I always say, people look at test scores and people look at, what colleges we get kids into, and bringing a dean of college admission or a counselor of college admission now, I think it was another really capstone in what I did in 5 years, because it's so crucial to have somebody that can reach out to these colleges. I mean, as you will know, and you're applying, and as so many of your friends are applying to colleges, that having that personal contact with these universities gets these kids in. And that I think having a CTE program, having a college and career program, having kids that have to go ahead and actually apply to colleges while they're in high school. Giving the program that we have for AP exams, like the PSAT, and having all the students take that. So everything that's college and career oriented has been so crucial, and to see all of it coming to fruition and seeing the colleges that students are going to, and also the professional paths that students are taking out of high school now, not just going to a four-year university. They're living their life's passion, whether it's fashion design or architecture, dance, doesn't matter. Whatever their career life and passion is, they're doing that. And we're seeing more and more students not always attending a four-year university, but following their dream and passion. To me as a parent, and with my own kids and teenagers, watching them talk about it and their friends talk about it, how there's so many other avenues that we afford them here, I think that's been one of the greatest accomplishments.
What are you going to miss most about being a board member?
Well, definitely not the meetings. It's interesting. You get a lot of communication from parents, students, my kids' friends, you're one of them, and just that conversation, being involved where I had my eldest who's graduated Beverly, when he was in robotics, just going to the competitions and seeing the excitement, or if they would do DECA, and you just listen to the enthusiasm and what the students are learning within these programs and how they then apply it outside of school, the internships that we have. But to answer your question specifically, what am I going to miss the most? Not the meetings, as I indicated. I think meeting the parents and talking to people, talking to the students, that's what I think I'm going to miss. I was a former PTA president at Horace Mann, and it just, you get into a situation where you're involved and you're engaged, and it's fun. As a parent, it's fun, and I know your mom is very engaged with the BHGF, and it gives you a connection to, you'll see one day, I imagine, as a parent, it gives you a connection to your children, and you see the passion and their friends, and that's what I'm going to miss the most. Just doing this, just talking, because I remember you as a little girl, and now look at you. You're doing Kbev, the young lady behind the camera. I remember her, I think, just about before she was born. This young man behind me, Leo, I know him from Horace Mann when he was a little guy. Now he's taller than I am. So watching all of you grow up and thrive and succeed, that's actually very gratifying, and not being connected to that, I think I'm going to miss that the most.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of childhood, I know that you were at one point a student in this district.
Yeah, I went to Beverly Vista, yes.
So since that time period, all the way to when you were in the board, what positive change have you seen in this district?
Well, back in my day, I think there was a lot of investment in education. I think we just saw that with the LAUSD situation with their teachers union, where for 4 decades, I was very fortunate. I was the last of the generation that probably had a true investment in education statewide. We're very fortunate here in Beverly Hills because we're a basic aid district, so we have a lot more funding to run all these programs. And I think that's benefit you and Kbev and CTE and all the students here. You have opportunities that don't exist really outside the school district. When I say Beverly Hills High School is the best high school in the nation, is because, not just because of where we get the kids to colleges, but because of all the programming and opportunities students have here.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Goldstein. We'll send it to Jonah with an interview.
I wasn't talking about you, but you remember.
Thanks, Noel and Leo. We're here with Jacob Getty from the boys wrestling team and the boys water polo team. So Jacob, can you tell us something about those teams?
Thank you, Jonah. So boys water polo and boys wrestling not boys wrestling, just wrestling. It's open for girls and boys. Has really shaped my days for the last 6 months. I have made some great accomplishments, worked very hard, made some great friends, and all around had a great time.
Wow. So Jacob, what do you think is the greatest experience you've had in the past semester at school?
Well, the greatest experience I've had in my last semester was actually 2 days ago when we won league championship with wrestling for the first time in about 50 years. I'm actually wearing the shirt that was given to us when we won.
Wow, amazing, Jacob.
Thank you.
So, Jacob, how do you think you've grown in the past semester in any way? It could be from maybe academics?
Well, I've grown a lot mentally, physically, because academically I learned a lot of things from my teachers, my classes, just learned a lot of things, and it's great how this high school can do that to you. And physically in sports, just it's a great high school, great place. You can learn a lot here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jacob.
Thank you, Jonah.
Now let's send to Ben with more.
Right now I'm just field reporting like for fun.
Yeah.
I'm producer of telecom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
What's your plans next year?
Hi, I'm here with Mr. Van Rossum. Mr. Van Rossum, can you tell us a little bit about what you teach at Beverly?
I teach mostly 10th graders, so I teach world history, regular world history, and I also teach AP European history, which technically it's open to anybody, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, but most of my students are 10th graders. So sophomores are kind of my sweet spot, yeah.
Right, so that's kind of in the range of lower classmen and incoming freshmen. Do you think you could tell us a little bit about what you would suggest or what tips you would give to those freshmen who are thinking about joining your class?
Sure, that's a great question. I'd say regular world history, kids are going to take it anyway because it's a requirement. But try to understand that there's a whole big world out there that's kind of complicated, and it didn't just happen. You know, it took a long time to build. And I think in any world history class, my goal would be for students to, especially 9th graders, 10th graders, to understand how the world got to be the way it is. So have a curiosity, have an interest, ask questions. Don't just assume it always looked this way. And I think that would be the biggest thing.
Do you think you could tell me what you think is right about Beverly?
What is right about Beverly? I think you have a combination of things. You got kids who are motivated. You have parents who are supportive of education. You got a teaching staff who cares. And we have a relatively, we have a stable environment, and I think that's huge. We don't have to worry about a lot of other things. Maybe some other kids, unfortunately, might have to worry about living in LA with violence and poverty and those kinds of issues. So we have the resources that allow us to pursue learning, which shouldn't be a luxury. Everyone should have that experience, but we're lucky enough to actually have it.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Van Rossum.
Sure thing. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now let's send it to a video about what other people think is right about Beverly.
Oh. Can we restart?
What's right about Beverly is its staff.
What's right about Beverly is the Kbev class.
Miss Kim's class.
The administration here.
What's right about Beverly is the education.
Well, that would be the wide variety of opportunities and activities that are offered to students. You've got performing arts, band, orchestra, Kbev, of course, photography. There really is something for everyone.
What's right about Beverly is the sports programs, the memories you make.
The diversity in all of the kids.
What's right about Beverly is Norman Aid.
What's right about Beverly is its president.
What's right about Beverly are the teachers and the student body.
What's right about Beverly is Miss Price. She's a great person with a big heart.
What's right about Beverly is the extracurriculars the school has to offer for us.
What's right about Beverly is Mr. Carey and Kbev.
Kbev and Mr. Carey and the entire extracurricular programs that they have to offer at the school.
What's right about Beverly? One word. Carey.
There's a lot of good teachers.
What I think is right about Beverly Hills is Mr. Fetterman, my teacher who has taught me animation and graphic design, Miss Simmons, who has been guiding me through this school since 9th grade and has been helping me with my work, and Mr. Carey for helping me with my broadcast skills.
I don't know, they have good food.
What's right about Beverly is the counseling they offer at Norman Aid and MSA.
What's right about Beverly is the diverse community and the different types of students that go to the school.
Sports programs and the sports coaches.
What's right about Beverly is having Kbev and Mr. Carey.
What's right about Beverly is the sports program.
What's right about Beverly is the weather.
One thing that I like about Beverly is that it's all Persians. It's a Persian community.
LI programs.
Kbev and also Moreno.
What's right about Beverly is all the beautiful people that we have at this school.
One thing right about Beverly is the opportunities they have here.
One thing I like about Beverly is the advanced technology and Kbev.
One thing I like about Beverly is
is that it makes all its students feel comfortable and it makes everyone feel like they belong.
The many opportunities that we have and the many experiences we learn from.
What's right about Beverly is the students' connection with the teachers.
What's right about Beverly is that the school is clean.
What's great about Beverly is the basketball program.
What I like about Beverly is that we have the freedom to wear whatever we want.
What is great about Beverly is the education. Kbev.
What's great about Beverly is the resources they offer.
So that was an amazing tradition, What's Right About Beverly. We do that every year.
Yeah.
And it was very prevalent that many people find Kbev to be the thing they love most about Beverly. So Arian, what impact has Kbev had on your life and your high school career?
I think Kbev has really shaped my high school career. I spend many hours here every day. I've become known around campus as the Kbev kid.
You definitely
I've written about it in my college apps. For sure, it's a big part of our lives here in the studio, always working. But I think it has also influenced all the students around campus as well. Everybody knows what Kbev is. Everybody watches the Norman Update, which is our weekly 2-minute update on what's going on around campus that gets aired in first period classes on Mondays. Everybody watches our live streams whenever they're not able to make the games. It's really awesome. The coaches love it because they have their replay. They get to watch it for their practices next time. Kbev is really integrated with everything that happens around campus. Personally, I think the weekly shows that we do are really what pull me into the class, make me love it so much. Having that routine of always making shows, always working with the same group of people. For sure, my classmates, my peers have transformed into my family, which is really awesome. And seeing these people every day has really shaped who I am as a person. I think it's really amazing.
You really feel that here because everybody has the same interests here. Everyone has the same
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
And we spend so much time together as Kbev involves a lot of time.
Yeah.
So when we spend so much time together, we're friends not only in school but also out of school. And we've really, as Arian said, have become a family.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Learning everything here in the control room, the RAM preview stuff, the computer that we use every day. It's really an amazing opportunity.
Very much so. And I would recommend it to anyone who is looking for an elective or just to have something to look forward to come to school. Kbev is honestly an amazing thing.
Yeah, and now we'll send it to Noel and Leo.
And now we're here with Kate Lieb with some senior perspective. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Kate Lieb. I'm a senior here. I've been here for 4 years. I'm very involved in the school, I'd say. The second I got onto campus, I joined a lot of clubs and groups and just a ton of extracurriculars. And through that, I made a ton of friends. The school has been incredible to me, and I've learned a lot here throughout my 4 years.
Nice. What has been the toughest experience here?
I think one of the toughest things was just really finding my niche. Like, I knew that I would find, my close friends and the things I'd stick with, but it definitely took some time and patience. But just really the determination, I knew that's what I wanted. I wanted to find my place and my passion, so I did join a lot of things and got really involved. And some of those things I stuck with throughout all of high school, and some things I ended up quitting, but that's okay. So I think the toughest part was finding exactly what worked for me, but now that I do know what works for me and what I like, it's just been a breeze and a lot of fun to pursue those.
And what's been your favorite part about Beverly?
I think one of my favorite things about Beverly, my favorite part is just how resourceful the school is. Really, you can do anything you want. Everything is here. We have the staff and the resources and the funding. Anything that you want to be in, you can create or join. Literally, the opportunities are endless. Everything is there that you want to have. And so I think one of my favorite things was just having an option for whatever I wanted, whether it was a class or a sport or a club. Everything was there. And so because of that, it's just been really smooth, and it's been a great way to meet people, and yeah.
So as you know, Kate, we are surrounded by the energy of incoming freshmen.
Yes.
Do you have any words of advice for these people?
Yeah, I think just keep your head up. It is rough at the beginning, but that's expected as a freshman in high school. I think, though, just to really persevere. It'll happen if you just, keep on studying. Don't give up too soon. But yeah, take your classes seriously, but also know that freshman year is, a time you never get to have again, and to take advantage of that and being new and everything that comes with that and being vulnerable, and to use that for your advantage instead of kind of hiding that. And so, take advantage of that by just getting super involved and really immersing yourself in the things that you're learning, and everything will work itself out.
All right, well, thank you so much, Kate. Let's go ahead and send it to Alana with another interview.
Everyone, so I'm here with
Saba Taheri.
No.
and she is an incoming freshman here at Beverly Hills High School. What are you looking forward to the most?
I think I'm looking forward to making new friends, going into more challenging classes, and just having an overall good high school experience.
So I heard that you like sports. What sports are you interested in?
Most definitely basketball, but like for the other seasons, I would probably say like volleyball or swimming.
How long have you been playing basketball?
Maybe for like 6 years, but I took a little break when I started, but now I'm really into it, and I'm in like a basketball league, and it's really fun.
Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, if you want to, I have a YouTube channel. You can go subscribe. It's called Saba Taheri. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You're going to have an absolutely amazing time at Beverly. We're going to send it to Jonah now.
Hello, I'm Jonah Danesh.
And I'm Riley Middies today. So tell me, Jonah, how has freshman year shaped you today?
Well, obviously, it's been a completely different experience than middle school. For sure. I probably learned a lot of stuff. I've had many new experiences. I made friendships that will probably last for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So, Riley, how do you think sophomore year has been different than freshman year?
Well, I'll tell you, sophomore year has been more challenging. Of course, you take on more challenges whenever you become like a freshman and go to sophomore year. Mm-hmm. There's more classes. There's more academic challenges as well. There's also more friendships and more opportunities for you. So Jonah, tell me, you were an incoming freshman coming into freshman year. And how did you feel during open house while you were coming into the high school?
I have to admit, I was pretty nervous in the beginning because I was a completely different experience, as I said before. But after the first day, maybe first week of school, I got kind of used to it. And then I was like, oh, wow, I actually like this place a lot. Yeah. So Riley, do you think what's some advice you could kind of give me for sophomore year since I'm going there?
Some advice that I could give you is to definitely take it easy and to never procrastinate. I think procrastinating would be like one of the hardest things you could do. Yeah, it might sound good on the days that you don't want to do work, but if you leave it to the last minute, it'll become a disaster. That's the best advice I could give you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now let's send it to the next person.
Hi, I'm Kate Liner, president of Girl Up here at Beverly.
And I'm Kimia, a Girl Up member.
Girl Up is a UN initiative to support women and girls in third world countries.
As a club, we get together to empower these women through service projects and educational events.
Some of the events we have planned include restaurant fundraisers, bake sales, spin classes, hygiene drives, and leadership summits. We also dedicate time to get to know our fellow club members through bonding events.
We would love to have you join our club next year. We meet twice a month in the library.
Everyone is welcome to join, and we would love to have you in our club.
Ayani, former leader of the Mini Singers, and Secretary Thespian. Adora, tell us about how your involvement in these school activities has helped your high school career.
Well, can I take this? Thank you. So I've taken theater and choir for all 4 years of my time here at Beverly. In addition to that, I got to be part of the Mini Singers choir, the women's concert choir, and all 4 years of the different levels of theater. In addition to outside programs, and as difficult as it was, and it was an adventure in itself, it was a great experience, and I think it shaped me to where I was today, and I'm very fortunate to be part of it.
Adora, can you please tell us what you would tell to an incoming freshman if they were thinking about joining the same activities that you're in?
Do it because you're passionate, not for the credit, and overall have fun. Oh, and create art. La Biboem.
Adora, tell me about how you're going to use the skills you've learned in these activities to pursue your passions after high school.
Well, next year I'll be attending NYU Tisch School of Arts, and I intend to get a BFA in theater. And from there, I hope to create art and use the experience I had here to do that.
Thanks, Adora. You heard it here. At Beverly, we have it best. Now, let's go to Alana.
Hello, everyone. So I'm here with the creator of the chess club here at Beverly Hills High School. Can you tell me your name and the grade you're currently in?
I'm Brandon Shamani. I'm a junior.
And what made you want to create the chess club here at our school?
So actually last year, me and a group of my friends, we used to go to the library and play chess a lot. So then we realized that there's no chess club. And I saw how many people want to play chess at this school. So I decided to go ahead and create the chess club.
And how had you say that's helped other students here at our school?
Oh, so many students, they've asked me to make it like more than once a week. They want to come almost every day. So it's like, it's amazing.
And if students want to join tonight, where can they go and when is it held?
So I'm out here in the second floor patio, and it's held in Miss Liefield's room, S106, I believe, on every Wednesday at lunch.
Do you have any advice for the incoming freshmen by chance?
Just keep playing, keep practicing, keep learning, keep thinking.
Great, thank you so much. Listen it to Jasmine.
She's another great teacher.
I'm with the lovely Miss Sharp. So, Professor, I know it's your first year here teaching at Beverly. Can you tell me how it is?
We should do another interview.
Yeah, let's just get one more.
Oh, cool. Let's do another interview. Ooh, we should get a teacher.
See me as a very approachable teacher, which I really like because I consider myself a very approachable person. And I actually have really enjoyed tonight with all of the outcome of parents that came to see me, and that just kind of shows how well.
Hold
sorry.
it next to her mouth.
Okay. How well the students are, enjoying the class and just inviting their parents to come and see me.
Well, it sounds great. So tell me a little bit about the classes you teach. I know you're a Spanish teacher, so tell me a little about that.
Well, I teach Spanish 1-2, which is level 1, and Spanish 3-4, which is level 2 of Spanish.
That sounds great. Now let's send it back to Lana. I sent it back to one person. Done. Oh, that was so.
Journalism. So tell me a little about that responsibility.
Journalism, should I take the mic? Yeah. Journalism is a fantastic program where you learn so much about photography and writing, and it's a UC approved class. And it's just such a great experience. You get to travel out of state with the school at such a fraction of the cost, and you enter competitions, and it's a great way to make friends and a great way to learn about the school.
All right. And so can you tell me what you would say to a freshman who's thinking about joining journalism?
I would say that it's a fun class. It helps you with your English classes. And it's honestly, just like I said before, a great way to learn about the school because you meet so many new people.
And so tell me, how do you think that by joining journalism, what skills have you gained?
I've definitely learned how to write better, like essays and articles. I've learned actually like how to handle a camera properly and how to take like amazing pictures. And it's just a great experience. And I've become so cultured because I've gone to different places in the country and met so many different people through this program.
All right, from broadcast journalist to journalist, can you tell me any last words you'd like to say?
Join the journalism program.
All right, now let's see what a math class looks like at Beverly.
Now in Kbev Studio A control room. Arian, can you please tell me what's going on around here?
So we're here in the control room. We have our audio person, our teleprompter operator back there, our TriCaster operators, our producers, our technical directors, our director, our editor up front. We're making sure everything's happening, making sure that feed is going out to you guys. We have a bunch of people in here. This is our team. Everybody we talk about, the people that we see every single day. These are those people. So we have Oren Azad, who's our main editor, our producer for the Norman Update back there. Jacob Suomi, our in-training producer over there. He's doing audio tonight. Bridgette Fussman, who will be the lead producer next year. She's the lead producer for this project tonight.
Very excited to have her in charge.
Bootehsaz, another one of our associate producers, a producer for the Norman Update. He's technical directing. Our director for the Norman News and Open House Show, Jordan Hunt. We have Arian Tabibian over here. He produces Investigating Beverly Hills, and this is our whole team over here. We just wanted to take you inside and show you what we have going on in this control room.
So people here are connecting all the cameras from all over the school, bringing them all together for this live, amazing show that's been going on. So we really thank you guys all for your hard work and making us look good.
And now we're going to go to an interview that you did with our college counselor, Miss Casey Rowley.
Today we are joined by Miss Rowley, our school college counselor. Miss Rowley has been at Beverly since 2016, helping students on every step on their path to college. Miss Rowley hosts many workshops throughout the year to inform students on a variety of topics, and she hosts Coffee with the Counselors events monthly to engage parents in College Center events and opportunities. Miss Rowley, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
So as a college counselor, you get the opportunity to travel to many different colleges around our country.
Yes.
And even internationally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think those experiences have given you as a college center and as a college counselor, and what knowledge you can pass on to your students?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad you asked. So there's over 3,000 colleges and universities in the U.S. alone, and that's not including the international options. So what's kind of crazy is every student has so many more options than they think they do. So when I'm able to go to a college campus, I can not only see the school and find a really good fit for each student, but also work with admissions. So when students have questions or we host workshops, we're able to answer them or pick up the phone call and have that relationship. So it's pretty awesome. I have a good job on campus.
Yeah. And you guys host so many fun events throughout every month.
Yes.
So what are some of the things you guys do to get students prepared for college?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a ton of events. So we have College Monday workshops, which are lunch workshops geared towards every grade level. We host parent and student night events and Coffee with the Counselors, as you mentioned, so that we can get your parents all educated on the college process and take a little bit off of your plate. And then I'll go into classrooms as young as, freshman year, and we'll do personality assessments and explore the college admission process. And then everything up until you guys actually apply and help you with essays and the application itself and down to the nitty-gritty, all the way to a final celebratory pennant party where you get to celebrate where you're going and decorate a pennant, and it's really wonderful.
And what do you think the incoming freshmen should have in mind for their high school career?
Yeah, coming in as a freshman can be a little bit scary, and the idea of college may seem really far, and it also may seem just really foreign. So purely for our freshman students, it's getting the lay of the land at Beverly. So what clubs and activities can you join that you get excited about or start to dive into? Getting a sense of your classes, the curriculum, and just maybe you're taking an advanced course for the first time that's a little bit tough. So really diving into classes and building a consistent sleep and study schedule. I think you guys sleep. I'm not sure if that actually happens.
We tried to fit it in somewhere.
Yeah. So just really getting used to Beverly and getting confident in their strengths and slowly starting to come to College Center events so it doesn't seem like this big scary office.
Are you doing the music in the background?
Really?
Yeah, I teach freshman Algebra 1 and seniors Probability and Statistics.
All right. And so can you tell us what kind of prospective students you're expecting?
Typically we have great freshmen here at Beverly. Freshmen can look forward to either being in Algebra 1, a class I teach, or Honors Geometry.
And what kind of commitment do you think it is to be in your math class?
Oh, it's a commitment like any other class. You got to be present every day, do your work, and make sure you get that math homework done so you could be successful and learn the material.
Any advice for incoming freshmen watching this right now?
Just do your best and make sure you push yourself to really embrace everything that the school has to offer.
All right, and what do you think this are the best things that the school has to offer?
Well, besides obviously math, the school has amazing out-of-this-world extracurriculars, from band to sports and performing arts. Everything is just top-notch here at Beverly.
All right, thank you, Mr. Glass. Now, let's go back to the desk.
So now we're here on the second floor patio. Behind us, the amazing band is performing for our open house guests. So Arian, can you tell me a little bit about what happens on the second floor patio? What kind of activities are played?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the second floor patio, we'll see performances by the band and orchestra. We have all of the lunch tables are set up with different clubs and booths, really trying to educate as many of the incoming ninth graders as possible, as fast as possible, trying to get them educated on what's going on around campus. And they get to learn about all the different projects that are happening here and really get to learn about the clubs and be able to see what they want to join when they get into the high school.
And for those of you wondering, on a daily basis, this is usually where people congregate during nutrition, they socialize with their friends, and during lunch, a lot of people join here and eat lunch together. We also have these beautiful Wish Week decorations to get people excited about that. And when it's time for prom or time for homecoming, there's decorations all around here. So it's a wonderful place to be and a wonderful place to hang out.
So now we'll send it over to the next interview.
Are you good at asking questions, working under pressure, listening to directions, or acting? If so, you should sign up for Mock Trial. Mock Trial is a club where student lawyers defend or prosecute a victim in a mock trial competition. You will get to compete with other teams through scrimmages and actual competitions, act as witnesses, or be the actual lawyer and defend your argument. If you are interested, be sure to sign up for Mock Trial at Club Day this upcoming school year. Now back to the show.
Thank you very much. Now we have Josh here with his brand new club. Josh, can you expand on that, please?
So, my new club is called Let Our Voices Be Heard. It's a social activism club that teaches students how they can be heard by their family, friends, and the entire community overall. Because one of the main things that a lot of people don't know about is the civics of sharing everything. For example, if you try to share something on Twitter or Facebook or something, that's not going to gain a lot of traction if you don't actually go through the civics of the actual topic, meaning that you won't actually reach any voices. But through my club, I'll teach you how you can actually talk to people and get people to know what you want to make a change with and get other people involved with what you're thinking of.
Very nice, Josh. Do you want to expand your club a lot, or do you want to keep it small?
Right now, I have a pretty small club, and I'm okay with that. Of course, I love expansion. Everyone would love expansion, get more voices in there. But it's the way my club works is that we have one meeting, I bring free cookies, and you basically get to learn a little bit about what the process of civics works, and then you can leave if you want, and because it's more of a one class kind of thing. And then you can come back if you want more cookies, or if I make a new PowerPoint based off how many people asked for it.
Wow. So Josh, what is the main thing you want your participants to get out of the club?
I really want everyone to be able to find a way to get their voices heard by the entire community, and not just be a tiny little speck that just avoided and never heard again.
Thank you, Josh, so much. Now let's go to the next interview.
Hey, thanks, Jonah. I'm here with your older brother, Eva Danesh, an alumni of Beverly Hills High School. So, can you tell us a little bit about how your experience in Kbev has helped you prepare for real life?
Well, thank you, Ben. I'm really happy to be back here at Beverly High. Kbev has really helped me in a lot of ways. First, mainly communication. I think that communication is an essential component of anything in life, no matter what you do, whether you become a doctor or you go in journalism or whatever. Communication is essential to becoming effective in your field, and I think Kbev really prepared for that.
Thanks, Noah. Do you think you could tell us what you would say to an incoming freshman who's maybe thinking about joining this program?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. I would say definitely join the program. You can get a lot out of it. Even if you're not interested in going in the video production field, you're going to get to learn a lot about life. You learn a lot from your fellow peers and then also from your professor, Mr. Romeo Carey. He gives you a lot of advice not only in the video production field but also in life and tells you what you have to do. And I'm sure you can agree with that, right, Ben?
Of course.
We've gone on a few Skills USA trips with Mr. Carey, and in those experiences you can really tell how much you can learn and how much there is to know in life that isn't taught in school. So Kbev is one course that can teach you more of that.
Speaking of Skills USA, actually, I was going to ask you, as a former member of Kbev, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about the opportunities like Skills USA that this school has provided you with. I know that Kbev is really unique to Beverly Hills High School, and there's nothing like it anywhere else.
Right, so Skills USA is a whole competition throughout the United States, and they have different fields. Last year we competed in broadcast journalism, and we were lucky enough to not only win first place in regionals, but also win first place in California and move on to United States competition and nationals. So that was a really lucky experience we got to have, and something that's really special to Kbev. I mean, other places compete at Skills USA. Culinary does a great job too. They made it to nationals. So I have to say that Skills USA program is fantastic at Beverly.
Absolutely, Noah. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Thank you. So now let's hear what it's like to be in a history class at Beverly Hills High School.
We are back here on the red carpet with Sarah, an incoming freshman. How are you tonight?
Good, thank you.
So I hear you're interested in joining Kbev. What are you interested about Kbev?
I'm interested in editing and filming, and I love to edit videos at home, and I like to add sound effects and stuff. So this would be like a really fun elective for me.
Yeah. Are you interested more, like, would you do strictly tech, or are you also interested in doing what we do in front of the camera?
I love to do both. I like to talk in front of cameras, and I like to edit videos.
And what else about Beverly excites you?
I want to do writing, like creative writing. I love to write, and I also love to film, and I want to do volleyball next year.
Cool. And have you had any experience with any clubs or anything that you hope to continue at high school?
I've done a few clubs. I did public speaking. I love to speak out loud, and we wrote essays and then spoke about them, and they were like defending something. So like you had to I hear myself twice. So
don't worry about it.
Okay, so like we wrote an essay defending something, and then we talked about it, and I love to like share my opinions and my perspective on things. So like when I got to do it, it was really fun.
Cool. Well, good luck in high school. And now we'll send it to Riley.
Hi, so today I'm Riley Medizade, and today I'm here with Dorsa, a former sophomore. So tell me, Dorsa, you're in the choir and theater program, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Tell me what you guys are doing in choir and theater. Tell me how you like it as well.
In choir, we are doing sight reading and learning our new music for the concert in May. And in theater, we wrote plays, and now we are acting them out, and our show is in March, so you guys should come. I really like choir and theater because it's a great outlet and it's a great way to meet new people and express music and love and family.
What made you want to take these two classes?
In in elementary and middle school, I was in choir for 7 years, so I thought it would be great to do choir in high school too. And theater is just a great way for me to make friends, and I really enjoyed that.
That's really good. And are you planning on taking choir and theater for the next couple years of high school?
Yes.
That's excellent. All right, thank you, Dorsa, for coming to this interview.
So now I'm with our principal, Mr. Mead. Mr. Mead, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
So Mr. Mead, you've spent a lot of time with the incoming freshmen tonight. What do you think they're most excited about and what they're gravitating towards most?
It's hard to tell what they're gravitating toward, but they've been very enthusiastic. All three of our House A, B, and C assemblies were totally full. I've seen a lot of them with the counselors. A lot of them just want to know, like, how's it going to work? And, so I've seen a lot of that. They've been down here looking at the band, always ended up in Chef Lee's Culinary getting some food. So it's hard to tell where they're going to end up. A lot in the library for athletics. But, they've been around and they've been enthusiastic.
And open house this year moved from April to January. So what do you think the impact of that was and what are the benefits for having it now?
Well, certainly it's colder, and it's darker. So those aren't two great things. But one of the things that is really good is the kids get to come here and see the school, and they get to see the electives and the co-curriculars and tell their counselors what they want to do. And, it gives them a chance to see it before they decide, and I think that means a lot to them. And then we can get them into the classes they need to be in. So strategically, I think it's really good for the incoming ninth graders. So that has hopefully been a plus tonight.
And lastly, what is the one piece of advice you would give to incoming freshmen? What do you think they should be prepared for in August coming into this big high school from their middle schools?
There's two things. The first one is they need to be prepared to really be working hard and on academics and whatever they want to get involved in. And that gets me to the second thing is get involved in something. There's a million things for them to do here. It's one of the things that really makes Beverly special. So we've said it all night long. Find something that you're passionate about, get involved.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining me. Now let's send it to Akadeka.
Are you craving for something to do? Or maybe you're just curious to explore the world around you. Maybe you want some help with your public speaking skills. Anyways, Academic Decathlon is the right thing for you. You want history? We got it. You want music? We also have that. Econ? It's all there. You're having some trouble in class? Perhaps you could just come to us for some help. Some think that this club is just to compete, but we just want to better prepare ourselves for our lives in the future. And plus, it works for college too, so why wouldn't you join?
Hello, and now I'm joined by Matthew Alana, the Vice President of our junior class. So Matthew, thank you so much for joining me here.
Of course, it's my pleasure to be here.
So you are on ASB, that's how you're the Vice President of the junior class. Can you tell us a little bit about what ASB is and what they do for our school?
Yeah, so ASB is Beverly's student government. We're composed of students who are elected by their peers to represent their interests and also by commissioners who are in charge of specific activities.
And how is somebody elected to be on ASB and what's the process like?
So the process involves many steps because we want to make sure that only those who are truly committed are going to join ASB. And so it involves many different things, including debates with Kbev, hanging up posters all around the school, and creating candidate statements to show what your positions are to the rest of the school.
And ASB holds a lot of activities to raise school spirit, but this one coming up next week is looking to help someone else. So can you tell me a little bit about Wish Week?
Yeah, so Wish Week is really the product of Beverly's partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which grants wishes to terminally ill children in the LA area. And so each year, Beverly hosts Wish Week, where we fundraise money to grant the wish to a new wish kid.
So last year you guys did this. How much money did you guys raise last year?
So our goal was actually only $10,000, but we ended up raising over $13,000.
Wow, and what's your goal this year?
$15,000. We're hoping to reach that goal and possibly even exceed it.
Beverly can definitely do that. So you're also on the team that runs transparency meetings throughout the year. Can you tell me a little bit about what transparency meetings are and what the upcoming is going to be about?
So transparency meetings are really just meetings where we provide students with the ability to speak to administration and to learn more about issues facing our school and district. So just as an example, back in September we hosted our first transparency meeting that was about the impasse between the teachers union and the school district. And then actually in a few weeks we're going to be hosting another transparency meeting about reconfiguration and just giving students the opportunity to ask administration any questions that they have.
So Matthew, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for all you do on ASB.
Of course, thank you so much.
I'll talk about architecture and water polo. Hi, I'm Riley Medizade, and today I'm here with Aiden Dayani, a former freshman.
Yes, that's me.
So Aiden, you are in architecture.
I am indeed in architecture. It's a great program led by the amazing Melody Bronder, aka Miss B. We have a great time every day at 8 a.m. for a nice 53 minutes.
Tell me, what do you guys do in the architecture class?
Well,
What do
in
you guys
this
learn?
program, we are learning about the floor plans and architectural features of a house. And this semester, including, we are making a model house where we are physically using wood and materials we bought, and we are going to be making a house. And it's a very interesting, and I like that very much.
That's incredible. So
Yes.
you're not only in architecture, but also in water polo. Tell me how you're dealing with both water polo and architecture, as well as your academic classes.
Well, it's a big struggle, but I really do enjoy it because I have Ahmed and Shadi as my coaches, and they are just the greatest. And I'm really happy to have them as coaches because that was my fall sport, and they welcomed me into Beverly, and they made this a much happier place, and I'm happy to have them.
And as I recall, the water polo season is now over,
Yes,
am I right?
indeed.
So what are you doing now that water polo is finished?
I plan on doing boys volleyball because I am 6'1", and I think that my height will be a contributing factor to that team.
That's great. Okay, thank you, and now sending it to Noelle and Leo.
We'll see you next week.
Have you seen it? Oh. All right, so we are here with Jaden, who is freshman president of ASB and also of Cyber Patriot. Could you tell us a little bit about what Cyber Patriot is?
So Cyber Patriot is a competition sponsored by the Air Force Association, which is, well, we have a cybersecurity competition, and we play semifinals, so we're given 3 images, and we have to secure every single flaw in that image within 6 hours. So we have meetings every Tuesday, and we compete once a month every Saturday, and we hope to go to Nationals, which is in Baltimore, Washington, D.C.
Cool. And what exactly happens at Nationals?
At Nationals, we will have a Cisco image challenge, which is we try to wire up all the routers, and then we try to have hackers not come into our computers.
What is your favorite part about doing Cyber Patriot?
My favorite part about doing Cyber Patriot would be hanging out with friends, teaching them how to do hacking and cyber security, and most importantly, competing and beating 6,000 teams.
Cool. And is there anything that you're looking forward to at Beverly?
Beverly, I hope, I look forward to looking at the classes, getting to higher classes such as AP Bio. I hope to get into really good classes, and I really like the teachers here.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jaden. Let's go ahead and send it to a DDR clip.
Hey, I'm Kimia. I'm the president of the Model UN Club at my school, and I would love for you and your parents to come visit our booth on the 4th floor main building. Model UN is an extracurricular activity where students represent delegates from different nations, and they debate topics like maybe social justice projects or maybe a war, and we fight to find the best resolution. Leadership skills, writing skills, debate skills, speech skills, these are all skills that we practice in Model UN. We would love to see you, so please come join us.
Today we are joined by Assistant Principal, Mr.
Hi, I'm here with Sean Tooby, the student board member-elect and president of the business club DECA at Beverly High. Sean, can you tell us a little bit about your roles in these positions?
Sure. So I've been in DECA for all 4 years, and I've been the president the past 2 years. And honestly, I can't even describe how amazing the experience is. For any freshmen or incoming new members that want to join the club, no matter if they're interested in business or the medical field, whatever they like, you could always find your niche in DECA. And honestly, what it comes down to is finding what you like to do, pursuing that, and really getting some hands-on experience in the field of your interest.
And what about your position as student board member?
Sure. So I work on the Board of Education, and what that entails is looking at things from an administrative standpoint. So whether that's fiscal policy, administrative policy, academic policy, and working hands-on on various actions and various things in the district office themselves. So I'm like a student liaison for our school and with the district, and like for reconfiguration, I'm working with them to discover like easy ways to get into that transition. And yeah, it's a really awesome position.
All right, so I understand that that's an ASB leadership class elected position. And so as an ASB student and as president of the business club at Beverly, can you tell us a little bit about the opportunities that people could expect if they followed in your footsteps here?
Sure. So number one, ASB is incredible, and what we do in the student council, I think, really runs the whole school. And that the events we do, the things every single day, the amount of things that go through our class, it's really incredible. And for any people that are interested in student board members, it's definitely a lot of work. Requires a lot of time, but it really changes your perspective on everything. And these past 6 to 8 months alone have been some of the most impactful of my entire high school career. So if it seems interesting to you, definitely join ASB. Definitely talk to me about the student board member position, and I'm sure you'd love it.
All right, thank you so much, Sean. Now let's hear from Alana.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So I'm here with
Brandon.
And what grade are you in?
9th.
And so I heard that you're involved in culinary, which is a class at Beverly Hills High School. How do you like it, and what would you tell others to be involved?
It's really good. The first month is kind of hard because you have to learn all the safe cooking temperatures and how to sanitize, but after that it gets really easy and really fun. You're forced to learn everyone's name in your class, so you become friends with them, and it's so fun and so easy.
Would you say it's helped you become a better cook and chef?
Yeah, 100%. Everything I learned from the kitchen in class, I take it home and I cook my family meals like fried rice and pasta and stuff like that.
So you were once a freshman. What's some advice you can give for the incoming freshmen who are kind of worried? Oh, you are a freshman? Oh no, but you were once coming in as a freshman. So what's some advice you can give the incoming freshmen?
It's not that big of a deal. Just power through the first couple weeks, and after you figure out all your classes and your teachers, it's really smooth after that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. We're going to send it back to a clip right now.
You must think that I'm stupid. You
must think that I'm a fool. You must think that I'm new to this, but I have seen this all before. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me, 'cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you, in case you go and leave me in the dirt. Every time you hurt me, the less that I cry, and every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. Every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad that it's true. I'm way too good at goodbyes. I'm way too good at goodbyes. Oh, I know you're thinking I'm heartless. I know you're thinking I'm cold. I'm just protecting my innocence. I'm just protecting my soul. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me, 'cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you, in case you go and leave me in the dirt. Every time you hurt me, the less that I cry, and every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. Every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad that it's true. I'm way too good at goodbyes. I'm way too good at goodbyes. Yeah, no way that you'll see me cry. I'm way too good at goodbyes. No, 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 no. Way too good at goodbyes. Oh, no way that you'll see me cry. I'm way too good at goodbyes. Every time you hurt me, the less that I cry, and every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. Every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad that it's true. I'm way too good at goodbyes.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope this gave you a good enough taste about what Beverly Hills High School is like at the 51st Annual Open House. Reporting to you live from Kbev 6, I'm Benjamin Cohen signing off. Now to Alana.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I'm Alana Morgan, your Miss Beverly Hills Teen USA. I had such an amazing time interviewing the incoming freshmen here on the second floor patio and just talking about the different opportunities and clubs that Beverly has to offer.
I'm Riley Midi today.
And I'm Noah Danesh. Thank you for watching Open House 2018.
Thank you for joining us.
All right, here we are, wrapping up on the red carpet. It's been a wonderful night with lots of interesting interviews.
And some really great clips of our students. I'm Leo Padilla.
And I'm Noelle Trost.
This is gospel for the fallen ones, locked away in permanent slumber, assembling their philosophy from pieces of broken memory. Okay, sorry.
So thank you to everybody who participated in this amazing show tonight. It was a live show. We got to over 2 hours and so many viewers. So thank you to everyone. Arian, this was an amazing show. Thank you for setting it up for us. And Bridgette, you guys both did an amazing job.
For sure, shout out to Bridgette Fussman, our producer, our lead producer on this project.
Love you, Bridgette!
Yeah! Bridgette found out about the project just a few weeks ago. Usually open house is held in April, so having it being in January, having Bridgette working day in, day out, getting the project going, it was really, really something to see, and we're so, so proud of her.
So thank you all for watching, and from all of us,
good night.
Good night.